Good morning, everybody. We are looking at topic 6.3 today. Sorry I didn't get this video posted earlier. My computer was having issues last night. So what we're doing here is making comparative inferences. We're taking the inferences that we made from last topic and we are applying them with two. So comparative, like how do the means compare? How do the medians compare? How do the clusters compare? Well, we're also looking at box and whiskers as well. So these box and whiskers are a little tricky when we're looking at because there's different parts to them. So let's find one right here. I'm going to find a good one. Let's say right here, because this one's got interquartile ranges on it. I need to open this up as well. Okay, so we've got 4 parts to box and whiskers. And because it breaks up data into 4 equal parts. So what we have is 1/4 of the data right here, 1/4 of the data right here, 1/4 right here, and 1/4 up here. Okay, so when it says variability, that means that these numbers are just closer together. These numbers are more spread out. So if you've got numbers that range anywhere from, let's say it went from 70 to 100, we had a box and whisker that was only this big, then we would say that has less variability because it's spread out less. This one has a greater variability because it's spread out over a larger number line. Okay. We also have different parts. This down here is our lower extreme. It's our lowest number. This one is our upper extreme. That is our largest number. We have these then are quartiles. So this is our lower quartile right here. Lower quartile, the top of the box is our upper quartile. So if it asks for the IQR, the interquartile range, IQR, that is saying what is the distance from one side of the box to the other side of the box. So that goes from 60 to, what is it, about 95? So we'll go 95 minus 60, that is 35. So that means the interquartile range for this class 2 would be 35. Now I got to also do it for this one. So that would be from 50 to 90. So we'll go 90 minus 50 equals 40. So the interquartile range for this one is 40. So which one has a greater variability? Well, class 1 has a greater variability because its range is wider than class 2's range. Okay, so that is sort of the difference that we will use with box and whiskers. This line right here, remember, is our median. And you cannot find the mean with box and whiskers because it does not give us individual data points. It breaks it all up into 4 equal parts and just tells us kind of how the data works together rather than individually. Okay, so I believe, so you're just going to have to look at these and try to figure out what does it mean when you've got this and that. We've got some dot plots. Okay, so mean, once again, you got to add them all up. So I got to go 20 plus 22 plus 23 plus another 23, because remember you're adding the dots. And then we'll divide by however many dots there are. Well, we got 4 here, 4 here, so that's 8, 11. So we would divide by 11, add them all up, divide by 11. And that's what it's kind of walking you through right there as well. All right. So you got some dot plots, and then you got to compare those as well. So what does that tell us? What does the mean tell us? Well, it's going to tell you that one group can jump higher than the other, right? Vertical leaps, different basketball camps. One camp has better athletes or people that can jump higher. So those are the types of things that you're looking at with inferring. Why would you want to use a dot plot instead of a box and whisker? Well, because the dot plots give you individual data. Remember how this gives you individual data, so you can see how each individual fits with the group, whereas the box and whisker tells us like just different quartiles. So it says fourth of the data is here, fourth of the data is here, fourth of the data is here, but you don't really see how they all fit together. So this just gives you more individualized data within the group. So that's why you would want to use it there. All right. How would you find the middle? This one is actually a mean, not median. All right. So if you got any other questions on your homework, just drop me a message. I'll get back with you as soon as I can. All right. Let's try to get this done before spring break, just so we don't have it hanging over our head. After spring break, we're going to have a project that we're going to start instead of our test for this topic. Okay.